Hello, fairy finders and fairy seekers. Welcome to FaerieQuest and another episode of Real Fairies in Real Photos. This episode is Dragons from 2016 to 2022. These are all the dragons I have photographed that I believe are clear enough for you to see. Keep in mind that there are many different species of dragons, so they are not all going to look like the dragon you see on the screen. With that said, pull out your magic wand and zap that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and consider supporting this channel using the link in the description box below. All right, let's check out these dragons. Here we have the head of a dragon. We can see his ears or horns, his top knot, his snout, and one eye very clearly. At some point, I had a fairy chat with this being, and he did confirm that he is indeed a dragon, and a very well-schooled dragon at that. I almost felt if I could have actually heard his voice, he would have spoken with an English accent. This dragon is quite interesting in that he seems to almost have a human face. We can see both eyes for sure, and one ear as he looks straight at us. I believe we are seeing both wings as he covers his body with them, and his tail is obvious too. Check out his size in comparison to the leaves. This dragon did his best to morph and blend into his surroundings, but he hadn't quite completed the job when I snapped the photo. We can see his face with both eyes and some of his snout as well as one ear. His one wing, leg, and foot and underbelly really didn't need labeling as they are very clear. I often wonder how long they can stay suspended in this way. This is one of the most phenomenal photos I have taken. I have lightened the photo above for you a bit so you can see it better. We have a human-looking fairy riding a dragon here. I have pointed out the fairy's hair, ear, and face. We can see his eyes, nose, and mouth. We can see some clothing as well. The dragon's head is easily seen with a top knot, one eye, and nostrils, one wing and feet as well. These two are either landing or taking off. This dragon is a little difficult to see, so you may want to go back and forth between the left photo and the photo above. This dragon is very soft in appearance, blending in almost perfectly with the grass. We can, however, see its snout with one nostril, his brown eye with pupil, and the top of her head, which is a combo of tannish brown top knot hair and horns. This is all we can see of this dragon, as the rest of her is in the taller grass. This is another one that you may have to go back and forth from the left photo to the photo above, as all we have to work with is this dragon's head. I believe he may have just been nodding off as his eye, the one we can see, appears to be closed. We see one ear laid back and a large snout with a large nostril. The rest of him is hidden beneath the leaves. I find this dragon fascinating, as it is very skeletal. Everything looks very bony, as though there is no flesh on it at all. I can't explain it, but also could not ignore it, as it stands out very clearly in the photo to the left. Enlarging it made it look a bit like a painting. I believe it has one horn in the middle of its forehead. I can't say for sure, but I think this dragon may be a baby. We can see one ear, one eye really well, and the other eye a bit morphed, and a snout which was also being morphed. It appears they either have a natural ability to change for blending, or they are taught at a very early age. I love this picture. There is a fairy here that looks like a human. He is wearing a helmet-type hat and has his head turned toward the dragon's snout. If you look closely, you can see both of his eyes, nose, and mouth. We can see the dragon head clearly too, but notice it is the same color as the leaves around it. We see one ear, one eye with a kind of eyebrow above it, a top knot, and a snout with a nostril we can see. This little one is super cute. Have you ever seen a white dragon? We can see the top knot, a big dark eye, and a little nose. Right now, the nose is close to the eyes, at least until this little one grows and the snout grows out. This is one of the ways that we can tell that a dragon is a baby. This little one is quite clear too. What really clinched it for me, though, were the fingers. There are no wings visible, but I'm not sure if all dragons have wings. I am certain there are many species of dragons as well. We do see this dragon's face straight on, with both eyes and snout. We also have a partial arm with fingers and just fingers on the other side. Apparently, this dragon was curious and had to see what I was doing. I have lightened the photo above somewhat so that you are able to see more of the details of this little dragon. This one has the bat wing ears and a horn in the middle of its forehead. We can also see both eyes and one leg with toes. The snout fits the face, but still, I think this is a young one as the snout is still quite small and close to the eyes. The blend here was phenomenal. We can see the eye on the left wide open and what looks like fur next to the eye. Different than the leaves anyway. The other eye is closed, but we can still see the eyelid and lashes. Then the nose was given away because of the nostrils. It is a pretty good sized dragon, so the rest of its body must be in another dimension. Not sure if it was coming or going. I don't believe I have to use red arrows on this one. Again, without the camera viewfinder, I probably would have seen this dragon lizard with the naked eye. His eye stands out first and foremost and looks more like a dragon eye than a lizard eye. We can also see scales under the eye. The snout appears very short, but the stick-like pipes behind its eye may be folded up wings. I really wonder what it looks like under the dead leaves.